Hello, Toddbog here with Breaking the Stream, and welcome to a new Let's Play of Conquest of Elysium 5. For those of you that have been following me, the last playthrough was the Dvala, or the Dwarves, as most people know them. Fun playthrough for a bit, then it turned into a bunch of grind, so we ended it early, just so that we can get on to the next race, because we've demonstrated what the Dwarves are capable of. Hopefully they'll get some boosts later on in patches, because I would love to see them get a better end game than what they've got in the current iteration. So with that, though, we did a poll to determine who to play. The Dwarves won out, but they barely edged out the Enchanter, and that's who we're going to play today. So as always, it's going to be a beginner-friendly playthrough, and it's going to be played to completion. So stick around if you want to learn how to play. This is not a class that I'm very good at right now. I don't know if it's... Well, it's considered one of the more painful classes to play. I don't know if that's still the case in 5. Jumping ahead here. In Conquest of Elysium 5, but they were definitely a pain in the butt in the previous iteration. So the Enchanter makes constructs. They turn iron and gold into living beings. Oftentimes that will also cost you resources on the map. That's pretty much the biggest problem they have, is because you're basically converting things that can make you money into resources or into a creature, and that creature can't heal normally. It becomes a problem. So you're always looking for gold, you're always looking for iron, and you're always constantly low on both. So you do get very powerful troops out of it, though. So once you start doing that, it becomes very, very nice. But rituals are also very time consuming, so hopefully we'll get a good ritual on our Apprentice to utilize. But let's go ahead and select the Enchanter. We do unique random players, and we'll go ahead and get started here. So, boom. All right. So, hey, it's a Banshee. Banshees are terrifying. They only have 8 hit points, but that's what we can see anyways. So this is where we start. We got our Crystal Tower here, which is pretty cool. 2 gold. Has magic walls, one of the few places that does. That prevents ethereal units from passing through. And it's a citadel. So that's important, because if you lose your last citadel or your last commander, you lose the game. So troop-wise, we've got some basics. These are all basic human troops. You'll see them with any of the human factions, but your spearmen are your standard. This is kind of what a lot of things are compared against. 3 things you want to look for are hit points, armor, and damage. So it's 6 hit points, 0 armor, 1 to 4 damage, and it does have a shield, so you can look there for special stuff. But the armor will block damage based on the armor. So if it's an armor 1, it blocks 1 damage from every attack that comes in. And then the shield has a chance of blocking an additional 1 or an additional 2 against ranged. So that's your basic trooper. We start with Swordsmen, who are better in that they have an extra armor to start with. As you can see, that little breastplate there. So that's 1 damage reduction constantly, plus the shield. So they can block 1 to 2 damage every attack, and they do 1 to 6 damage. So against spearmen, half the time the spearmen aren't even doing damage against them, roughly. So that's what we are starting with, and as you can see, they cost additional iron for that armor there. Archers are a nice ranged unit. They do 1 to 3 damage every turn at a range of 5, so otherwise no armor, low hit points. Crossbowmen are the same, except they do the crossbow instead, which is 1 to 5 damage every 2 rounds. So they do 2 more damage, better against armored targets for sure. Can be very helpful. Heavy infantry are awesome, except for the fact that they're slow, which means that they can't move around on the world map nearly as fast, and that can be a detriment for sure. With their 2 armor, though, and their big shield, which blocks another 0 to 2, they can block 2 to 4 damage from every attack, or 2 to 6 against ranged attacks. So very useful for siege forces. Catapult, that's used in a siege. We'll go over that more. And then we have a special recruit, the captain. He's just a leader. You definitely don't want him fighting. You just want him moving troops. So those are your basic troops. To see what we start with the 10 swordsmen here, I believe. Yep. And 3 crossbows. So that's our starting forces there. Now I am an enchanter, so I've got these spells here. Looks like I can give my army cold resistance. We have armor +1, fire shield, Actually, that would probably be better than Winter Ward at this point. Which Fire Shield is basically a damage shield. So if the enemy attacks that unit that has the Fire Shield, they'll take damage back. Very useful for taking out certain enemy types. And Luck. So Luck will make sure that the unit that's enchanted with Luck will be missed half the time. So yeah, otherwise we're pretty weak. We do not want to fight if we can avoid it. And then this is my Enchanter's Apprentice. He has Fortitude and Toughness, so he can buff units, which is pretty cool. Pretty much what we get. Not my ideal spells. I prefer attack spells. Definitely prefer charming spells, but we don't get those. So, and then we have rituals, which are the special powers here. And this is the meat and potatoes of what we do here. So I have the Animate Bow at level 1, so that's a fantastic one to start with. I turn 1 iron into an animated bow, which is really good. And then, sorry, let me show off. And then these are all the different golems, and as you can see, only possible in jungles and forests. So for 20 gold and 20 iron and 3 action points, I can convert a forest. I'll just rip the forest out of the ground, essentially, and turn it into a wood golem. Stone golem has to be done on a coal mine, and that's 40 and 40, and that eliminates the coal mine, which is bad for us. Ice golem on a frozen lake is kind of cool. And then clay golems in swamps and bogs. I definitely want clay golems if I can get my hands on them. They're probably one of the most powerful we get, because they're one of the few constructs that can actually heal. Otherwise, everything that takes damage eventually will crumble. So, and then what do you have? Animate armor. That is not good because it costs too much iron, but very powerful suit of armor. Just iron is so hard to come by that you just don't want to use it. So we'll have to probably fish for things. He'll lead our army in the meantime, I guess. Let's see, what do we need? We need to... Oh yeah, I want to set my trade to buy iron, because I'll always forget when I get my first trade. That way I'm getting the iron income, which is going to be a little harder to come by than your gold income typically. Alright, I got all that. So we're going to actually transfer all the troops to Godheim, and then we're going to basically go on repeat, and we're just going to animate bows. And then I'll show you why the bows are good. So, Crossbowmen, range 5, 1 to 5 damage. Longbow, range 6, 1 to 4 damage. Fires every round. Crossbow fires every other round. So, the longbow is just 1 damage less and does an attack every round. So it pays itself off in no time. As a matter of fact, if we do this right, let's do that one more time. Because it only takes 2 action points, so we can do that twice. So that means that Godheim now has himself a couple more bowmen. I kind of want to take out this guy, but I don't need to. So this is a recruit point. It's a citadel, and you get some special recruits out of it, plus probably some magic items. But the Banshee is pretty nasty because she does a burst 25, which means she'll hit 25 different squares for 1 to 999 damage. So she just deletes things. Now, if she's the only thing defending this, then we have a chance. But she is ethereal, which means 1 in every 4 attacks will hit. So 3 out of 4 times you're not going to hit her. So it's definitely not something you want to fight against early on. And then there are stealthy units that can possibly be there that we can't see. So we're just going to ignore her for now and go out and explore. And I believe that is our turn. Not liking these guys being near because they can come into the land and kill us. But what are you going to do? Alright, cool. So this is a nice weakly protected town, so we'll go ahead and crash and kill that. That should be fairly easy. And I'll show you what a fight looks like here. So if you have battle reports turned on, you don't have to watch each battle. If you don't, you'll be watching each battle as they occur regardless. This one you have the choice. You can just hit the stats button or you can hit view. And then basically your troops are fighting automatically. So they basically go, they'll advance, they'll shoot or attack if they're in range, and then they'll continue. And so it's a lot of it is army composition. You're not going to be worried about controlling the troops because you can't. So Do I want that scout? Yes, I do want the scout. We'll grab the scout. Scouts allow you to see invisible units, so we can use that scout later to see if Fort Righteous is better protected or lesser protected. Now this is enticing. We'll need more bows, but we can definitely take that. 3 trolls is a bit much for now, but we would get a silver mine with that 5 gold and 1 iron. So that is something we'll definitely want to get, and we definitely want to get that hamlet. Oop. All right. And basically, so now we're going to save up gold to try and get more recruits. With our Enchanter apprentices, there's only a chance that they'll be offered, but we want those offers if we can. We're going to kill these boars because otherwise they'll just steal my stuff. That's not great there, but we'll just have to make do. So yeah, we're saving up gold. We're saving up iron. See, 59 gold. Unfortunately, we don't have enough. Killed all the boars. Boars are okay. They do 1 to 4 damage, so they're like spearmen. But when they get damaged, they become berserk, and that 1 to 4 damage becomes 1 to 5 as they gain extra strength, and then they can survive to negative hit points. So they have a few more hit points as a result. But we destroyed them, so that's all that matters. All right. Don't want to go running around in the snow if I can avoid it, so we'll just do a bit of running around here looking for things. Now, movement points, normally 1 in a plains, but when it's snowing, you get an extra cost. So that cost me 2 to move there. Forests are 2 normally, so there are 3 in the snow. Hills are 2, and then mines and mountains are 3. So swamps are as well. All right, 4 spearmen. Definitely want that. Now, this is a market village, so it will give us trade, and so we'll start trading gold for iron, which is exactly what I want to do. Now, one thing... so we'll just do that. One thing snow does as well is it reduces income for a lot of things. Doesn't do it for mines, so your coal mines are going to produce, but it's unfortunately producing less because it's snowy. Ooh, that's a lot of guys. Okay. So these guys all have bows and slings, so that would probably destroy this army here, unfortunately. But that's a great spot. They'll probably wander, though, so we'll be able to take that spot from them. Yep. So we'll do that, and that gives us a nice 2 gold boost. Hopefully they don't attack us. And they did not. Beautiful. Now it's back to spring. I mean, we got 16 units, they got 16, but theirs are all ranged. Ours would have to march up, and they'll take damage. So we're just going to bug out. I like this. A bear and giant spiders in a tower. Hopefully they move away and not onto us. And meanwhile, we're just slowly building up bows here, so that is going to be helpful for taking out this town, which is very useful to have, so... All right, so yeah, he decided to take it. I'm okay with that. We're going to bounce back and grab some of these bows that are coming in. Okay, assassin, that's cool. 1, 2, 3. Now let's go ahead and transfer up. We'll leave 2 bows to defend. All right, so now we got a scout, so we'll be able to see what we have there. I may do a recruit to get some more melee troops, and I think we'll do that. Don't want to use our iron up, so we'll go ahead and grab some spearmen, unfortunately. Alright, there we go. We got ourselves a force now. So we're going to go this way. And as you see, we're going around the coal mine because it costs us 2 movements, so I can get over here for cheaper. It is just a banshee, and with the number of bows we have, we can take it out. So let's do that. Let's see if we get anything cool out of this. And then we're going to watch this. Yeah, see, we got a gem of flying. So we did win. That kind of ruined it, but, you know. Oh, thank God. If she got just a little bit closer, we would have been in trouble. So we destroyed her. So that's good. We got a gem of flying, so that's really cool. So you get magic items in the game, and you have slots to place them. Gem of Flying gives him flying and floating. So I could take him with all the bows and fly up into the sky and start exploring the clouds if I really wanted to, which might happen at some point, to be honest. But here you can recruit, and you can also get brigands here, which are bowmen that are stealthy. Otherwise, they're just like regular bowmen. The thing is, you get them for a little more expensive. Probably because... why? They're stealthy, that's it. Because our regular archers are morale 4. Some of these, like morale 3, yeah. So we wouldn't want the brigands, but you can get 2 instead of the whole 5 if that's what you have the gold for. So, anyways, do we come back and grab some more bows? That's the question. I mean, more bows is always good, but no, we'll let it build up. All right. The other debate was whether I'd drop some more melee troops into this army, but we're going to go and take this town because that's 4 gold per turn, which is just really good, and we need all the gold we can get. We're almost to the point where my lord can use his wood golem powers, and that might be useful, but yeah. I really wish this was reversed. I wish I did not have the animate bow. I wish he did. But we got to use what we got, and we'll use gold to eventually fish for new powers. One of the other downsides of this army is that you need gold for everything, and there are a ton of powers per level. So when you go and you learn a new power, which I guess I should show that, you use by doing the rituals of mastery, you get a random power in that level. And so since there's such a large variety of them, and if you're looking for a specific one, it means your chances of getting it are much less, and you're going to spend a lot more just to get the powers you want. So let's crush the town first, and then we'll come and kill him so we can take this without having to worry about it getting taken over again. Alright, so we're going to view this battle, and so a couple things are going to happen. Their crossbows are going to hit our troops and do some damage. The flying bows, though, are going to rush up and start shooting them. They're on walls, though they get extra defense, but that shouldn't matter too much. As you can see, just by sheer volume of shots. And since they only fire every other round, they didn't have a chance. So we did lose a spearman and a living bow, just going to happen, but not a bad trade-off for sure with the defenses that they had. So this one would be problematic, but we're not going to worry about that. All right. One thing to note is you can see there's slightly different colors. That's a light blue or bluish gray versus a dark gray. That's the King's troops. It's like the generic AI that controls the map, and they can utilize how do you want to call it? They can utilize certain structures like this tower here if they have control, and it'll spawn new troops that can go out and take out new things. So not, let's see, we're going to transfer 2 bows to defend this structure here, just so nobody else can take it. No boars or dwarves or whatever. So battle in a plain. So I'm just going to hit stats. So we lost 1 swordsman, but we killed them all. That's good. So that's fantastic. Alright, and then 1, 2... See, and the King's troops have come in and taken it, so they spawned from somewhere. But we're going to go ahead and eliminate them. That should be fairly easy. And now, when you take damage, you always have a chance of getting an affliction, so that's what this is. Battle Fright means he's scared, so he's going to be placed a rank back. That's not the worst of the ones we could have gotten, so that's okay. There are others that can cause you to get diseased and eventually die. Others that reduce your hit points. Not so bad on the smaller units, but can be devastating for your larger units. So just a few things. So we killed them all with scout and bow. 10 crossbowmen for 101 gold. That's really good. But no, we're waiting for our recruits. So giant spiders have a lot of hit points. That's just ridiculous, the number of hit points they have. Bears have a good hit point as well, but I'm just going to take that for now. Alright, so our first opponent is out there, so we got to see what they're about once we get a chance to. I want to take them out. I mean, we're going to do a ton of damage with just the bows, but these guys have 12 hit points and an armor, and they hit pretty hard. No, we're not worried about them. Okay. Alright, that's a Necromancer. Very weak Necromancer, though. Gotrin. So that's their apprentice. I kind of need to come back and eliminate him if I can. The Necromancer can become quite powerful. Spring is here. Alright. And we'll be able to crush him after he attacks my town. Maybe that'll kill him? View. Nope. That didn't work at all. Alright, so they had shades that we couldn't see before, so that's good to know. I can now get an Enchanter's Apprentice. So let's go ahead and grab him. Alright, what do you got for powers? Animate armor, of course. Alright, let's spend some gold. Animate bow, that's what I need, so let's do that. Okay, so you'll be on automatic. Let's wake you up. And yeah, let's grab all the bows, because we'll be making more. And we're going to come down to this forest, and you'll see the true power of the Enchanter. Alright, we're going to wait till you move off the town, because you have to move off the town. Alright. Do I attack you now? Those guys have to reach out to us. The 3 archers aren't going to be problematic. Showing 11 units. Yep, that is 11 units. I guess I should have watched what his spells were when they attacked my town. Alright. Well, let's do this for now. This is fairly doable, actually, with the silver mine, so... Alright, well, we're going to take this. We got 38 goblins. Goblins are trash. They're only 3 hit points. They do 1 to 2 damage. So when you see that negative, it's not 1 to 3 and then subtract 1. It subtracts from the top number. So you're always rolling from 1 to whatever the max is. So in this case, you'll roll a 1 to 2-sided die, a 2-sided die, so 1 to 2. So yeah, they do no damage whatsoever. They have weak hit points and they die in droves. Their numbers are problematic for certain armies, but otherwise not a problem for us. So yeah, we'll wait till he moves off. And we'll retain our walls just in case. Bastard. Okay, so now we're here. We're going to use our special power to create a wood golem. So we'll do that. All right, so a couple things to see. First of all, the woods are now dead. We can no longer create a wood golem from there. So that's permanent. There's no way to regrow those for us anyways. There might be something for others. But in return, we get a guy with 1 armor and 67 hit points who hits for 1 to 12 damage. He's pierce resistant and blunt resistant, so he takes half damage from those damage channels. So archery is not going to do much. However, he never heals. So we're going to constantly be chewing up forest to feed the war machine, as you might have seen in the Lord of the Rings with Isengard, right? They just kept burning through the forest. Just making sure we got our 2 bows. Good. So we're doing great there. All right. So right now we're getting 2 iron a turn, which is being used mostly for bows. But we're also getting 2 more iron in trade because we have ourselves this market village here. Where's our other trade coming from, actually? Oh, we have the town. I forgot the town also has it. So very nice. 7 units on an iron mine. So these guys are deceptively strong. So like it's because they have 2 armor. They hit for 1 to 9 damage. They do have bad eyesight. Oops, here, which means they miss 20% of their attacks. But otherwise, they're pretty tanky. So you just have to be careful when you're attacking these. But I definitely want that iron mine, so we'll do that. And that's where the Necromancer went. Okay. Let's see what he does. Meanwhile, we're just going to go to the next forest, and we're going to chew that up. Alright, battle in the Iron Mine. So we lost a Spearman and 2 Swordsmen, so we're starting to lose our melee line, but we killed all of them. So very nice. That really helps the iron production, which we really need to start making our wood golems. Alright. So with the wood golems, I think we have what we need to take out that tower if we want to. Really want to do something there, but yeah, let's just move like that. Okay, that we don't want. That's a Troll King. Troll King's bad news bears for everybody. Go ahead and grab the Enchanter's Apprentice. So I could take this out. Might be useful because we got to wait for iron anyway. So yeah, let's do it. By doing this, we will be able to use the tower to recruit, get some supplemental forces. 11 units. We can easily crush that with what we got here. So a couple things. The Dire Wolf has ridiculous hit points. As a matter of fact, I probably don't want to run against that. Just because it has a fear strike that can cause all my guys to run away. Necromancy is always just a nasty damage channel. Can do some pretty terrible things to your troops. These guys have Touch of the Dead, which is armor negating, so it ignores our armor, but that's not really that important. And then this guy is ethereal as well, with 13 hit points, and he has a Spectral Lance, which hits just once, but does good damage, and then his regular attack's not so great, but yeah, you know what? I don't want to deal with either them or the Troll King right now. So let us... Which way do we want to go here? Let us fall back, actually. Because we're going to want to take that silver mine here. So we're going to probably lose our iron mine, unfortunately. But let's see what you got. Animate Tools. So these are interesting. You can make a cartload of tools come alive. And they increase gold and iron output from a settlement. So it takes 10 iron, but can be cast in gold income locations. So let's see. Just cast in a mine. Mining tools are created. So we definitely want to use those. So we'll go here, and we'll chill a turn. Yeah. And the illusionist was defeated by the High Priestess, so that's always fun. Alright, so we're going to view this battle here just so you can see what happens. So as you can see, our bows start hitting. Now the weird thing about the flying bows is they don't fly towards the enemy, they just fly forward. And I don't understand that. And then they'll, as soon as they pass the enemy line, that's when they start closing. So they're not always taking the shortest route, so there'll be some weirdness with them, but I mean, they're great. I can't complain. Alright, so that's done. Perfect. So we got ourselves a guard tower here. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves some spearmen. Just to buff up that melee line, prevent them from getting to the bows a little easier. And we could take that out pretty easily. Not a real reason to, but okay. Well, let's first do this. So we're going to use our special thing to animate tools. So first of all, I'll just show you it's gold income, iron income, 1 and 1. By doing this, we get a set of tools that will defend it. So they do 4 attacks, not bad. 4 hit points, 3 armor. So they're hard to hit with normal enemies. But they give these limited gold and iron bonuses of 1 per month. So if you hit the I button here now, it's currently 2. And then the question I had was, let's see, can be doubled if enough animated tools are present in a mine. So I don't think you can make another one. There's a limit to how much you can pump out of it, obviously. Otherwise, it'd be a little too powerful. But let's go ahead and transfer 2 bows to defend this tower. And what we'll do is we'll steal the things that actually give us gold. That's across the water, so we can't do much there, but... Alright, you're chasing us, huh? And you're chasing. I hope you guys fight. You guys should fight. I'll come back and fix this. I'd hate to lose the market village, but that's what you're going to do, right? Because you're a bastard. Go for my town. I should have gone up there. Alright, so we murdered the levies. Pretty easy there. Alright, so this is the one we were going to take out. This one's got 13. That's going to be a little tougher, but we can probably do the same thing there, so... Let's see. What we're going to do is we're going to go here. Alright. So you're going to move here. Might as well chill. I think we can take him out with... This guy hits hard. So he hits for 1 to 19. More importantly, he regenerates. And he regenerates 5% of his health. So he'll regenerate like 3 to 4 hit points per round. He has 2 armor, just hits really hard. The sweep is an interesting one because basically if he rolls really high, let's say he rolls his full 19 damage, he'll do, or, whatever, we'll say 18 damage just so you don't have to worry about the exploding die. But he'll do all the damage to the first target, and whatever's left over will then go to the next target. So it's a way to sweep. Like if you were to hit these guys with 18 damage, he'd kill 6 of them straight up. So... if they were around him in that numbers. But with these guys here, I mean, we'll take some damage. But the bows should eat them alive. Although, also my spell casting, right? Army of Stone should help. Fire Shield, that's the one. No, I'm going to be safe here. Only reason being is that... I can't afford to lose all those bows if at all possible, so... Alright, we'll grab that. Hano, we gotta wait. Alright, we're gonna put our 2 armies together and then we'll do our thing, so... Yep, you'll come back. Because you're annoying like that. Alright, Hano, let's go ahead and use your Animate Tools. Because we need to get that base iron production up. And these pay for themselves over the course of less than a year. And the gold bonus on top of that. So that's fantastic. Alright, what do we want to do? So, Hano, you're good. You guys just go ahead and head out. We'll let the Necromancer take his stuff. That's all he wants, just those 2 things, right? Okay. So now we've got ourselves a pretty solid army. We'll keep them split for now. Hano, you've buffed those. You can buff gold making, but right now it's iron that's going to be more problematic for us. So you're just going to do the lesser ritual. So animated swords are pretty good too. And I think that may not be a bad thing to do for now. But we'll do that when we get a chance. Alright, spring is here. Wealthy merchant is coming from the land across the sea. He's recently come ashore in Elder Hill. So, alright, so this force here will move right into Mr. Troll, and we should be able to eliminate him fairly quickly. Hano, let's go ahead and animate swords on repeat for now. Alright. Oh, all our trade got taken, that's why. I was like, what's going on? Alright, Troll King has been eliminated, slain by the Empire. Alright, battle in a silver mine, so we'll hit stats. We murdered the troll. Alright, so let me just show you what it looks like with the troll, if I can click. All those bows just doing damage. So, as you can see, he heals, but that 3 wasn't enough. I don't know, we just got lucky with some of those shots. Jeez. Like, yeah, the living bow attacks with longbow. Troll took 6 points of damage. It had 2 armor base, so that was an 8-point shot. That's just great. Yeah, so Troll King was eliminated. We got ourselves a silver mine, which we definitely want to buff at some point. But we'll take this massive army and we'll go ahead and grab this iron mine, and then we'll go ahead and call it here because, yeah, I'm getting over time here. Alright, so we're just going to hit stats. Living Bows murdered them because they couldn't get past our meat wall, or our wood wall in this case. So they did some damage though for sure to our wooden guys. So nice. Alright, so we've got ourselves some pretty good iron production now. I'm very happy with that. We can make more wood guys. And if we can find swamps, we'll turn some clay golems up as well. I think we have enough. We can come up here and take out the 3 trolls as well and get ourselves a silver mine there. So yeah, we've got some good stuff going on right now. This army's building up. We'll be able to bring out animated sword real quick to show you is a 4 armor thing. So against normal troops, it'll hold its own for the most part. It's pierce resistant, so bows can't hit it very well either. Only 1 hit point, but it hits for 1 to 9 with that sweep we talked about. So really clears out the front ranks of things pretty easily. So and fairly resistant to all the elements as well. So yeah. This is the start of the Enchanter. It will get crazier for sure as we start getting some of our better powers going as well. So definitely keep your eyes open and continue to watch the series as we go through and demonstrate what this class is capable of. Hopefully I can find an ancient temple and some other things and kind of really show off what you can do with this class. So as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time.